I put them in the holding area. You need 1 more minute? It's okay. We had audio issues. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't want to rush. No, we're good.
Fuck. Right. Thanks, bro.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Good evening. We're joined by Team Liquid, who are coming off of their match against G2. We'll begin with questions from the remote media and then move to the in-house. Brandon, would you like the first question?
Yes, thank you, Brandon with esports.gg. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'll send this over to the coach. I know Empatitech kind of just tweeted it. You know, he mentioned experience kind of being a factor is why G2 was able to win there. So I'd just like to ask you, how does that kind of translate into the game? You know, what did you see, you know, down or up 4-2 both maps, them coming back and winning? In terms of that experience, how did they show that against you guys and vice versa? What did the lack of experience kind of look like in the game from your perspective?
Is this question to me?
Yeah, to you too.
Okay. I think the boys showed the good resilience today. They were playing together. We're trying. In the end of the day, I think this is a learning experience for us. I'm still proud of the journey that we did. Obviously, everyone here today is sad for the game, but I think it's we need to keep our chins up and be happy for the work that we put and how we showed today. Because we're resilient. Yes, we lacked experience, but I like the willing to win that we showed today.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Miguel.
Thank you. I'm Miguel Soriano from Sons of KS. First of all, really sorry about the result today, guys. You did an outstanding performance in this Masters event. My question would be for Nats regarding this matter that you have impressed a lot of people that maybe were not that familiar with the previous Gambit era and your outstanding performance through these years. Well, some of us already knew. I still got engraved that Guardian killed me there on Bind. But right now, what would you say are the key factors of your outstanding performance?
Key factors. That would be good to know all of them, honestly. If I would know all of them, I would be very consistent, I would say. Hard work, consistency in terms of routine, willingness to improve. I think maybe these factors is the main factors that I will mention right now. But as I said, if I would know all of the factors, that is like there is so much of them that is can affect any result. I think this one is the most important for the players.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Pedro.
Yes, Pedro Romero, independent. Well, likewise, tough luck on the result of the match today. You know, tough to go down, but nevertheless, hopefully you guys can bounce back in split one or stage one in EMEA. I'm gonna send this one over to Kiko. It's kind of similar to the previous questions in a sense, but nevertheless, this was your first chance to compete on the international stage and like happy to take in the environment, the experience, the crowd, and all that stuff. You know, I remember one of the interviewers asking you about that. I believe yesterday. Still, what I want to ask you is how do you kind of look back on the experience and like on top of just having to um look at how you perform, I want to know like what was the biggest thing that stood out to you when it comes to just trying to get acclimated to um the tier one level in Masters and all that stuff.
Um, I mean, today did suck. It's losing. But to be honest, the experience here was amazing. I really hope we can make all the other events this year because playing on a stage, playing with a lot of people cheering for you is an amazing experience. And the difference between regionals and masters would be for me definitely the crowd, the experiences, the schedules, all these different obstacles and challenges that we had with not having enough prac times, not having consistent schedules, or just things popping up randomly. I think that was a new experience for all of us.
Thank you. We'll go to the in-house questions next with Arnab.
Hey guys, commiseration on the loss, but really good showing from you guys throughout the whole season. My question is towards Nats. When the season started, Team Liquid had some, I won't say bad showing, but I'll say that there were a lot of people who were doubting the team, especially with pick off Camo. But he has really shown up and showed why he deserves a spot in the team as well. With the team, with the current performance of the team, how would you say the future looks for Team Liquid right now? And what are the steps you guys will be taking for upcoming tournaments, including Masters and Champions? Thank you.
So I see our team as a good competing team on EMEA stage and on international stage. Of course, after this Masters event, we'll need to learn a lot of stuff because it was, as Keiko mentioned, there is a lot of new stuff for every one of us. And as everyone knows, EMEA and international is a way different thing, not just in terms of playing, but in terms of preparation and all of that. We're just gonna take our time. We're gonna prepare for the stage one. We're gonna check all of our mistakes. We're gonna see what we can improve on, and we're just gonna keep working. And yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone, this is Rabia. So sorry for the loss today, but overall, you guys played well. I want to talk to the coach today. Obviously, the loss hurts, but overall, this season has been like pretty special for you guys. This team is pretty new when it comes to putting together a roster, and Nats was the IG for the first time. So overall, how has been the experience so far, and what do you think about the team's performance as well?
I'm super happy with the team's performance. I'm proud. I'm proud of everyone. All of the boys. I think they did a great job, honestly. We're a new team with very young players, needed experience. Right. So I'm really proud of the journey. We coming from kickoff, lower bracket. We're the team that plays the most maps out of any team in the world, both in kickoff and now with Masters. Like, I'm proud. We're working hard. We tried our best. I mean, top 6 in the world right now. I'm fine with it. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's great. Just a short follow-up to this. You mentioned that you have like really strong mentality when it comes to playing in the lower bracket as well, because you guys played, I think, over 5-6 elimination games. So overall, going forward in the season, what does it do for you in terms of like confidence for stage one and future events as well?
Hopefully, we don't need to go through another lower bracket run in the next event. So obviously, it's a good experience. I think when the pressure is on, we thrive under it. I think overall for everyone involved on the team, like being under pressure, obviously it's part of the job, but dealing with it, especially when everything is all in, like if you lose, you go home. So I think it's a really good experience. Obviously, when you come back to Berlin now, we'll work. So we don't need to have another lower bracket run,
Yeah, thank you so much, and good luck for the season as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a couple more questions from the remote media. We'll go back to Pedro Romero.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this one out to both Camo and Kamik. I mean, in a lot of ways, the team wouldn't be able to do what it did in this year so far if it wasn't for you guys. I mean, it's also incredible considering the story you guys have been writing to get to this point. Camo, I believe you have been in Koi for a few years, prior to getting picked up by Team Liquid and then Kamik. It's easy to forget your contribution to the scene, but I believe some people kind of forget that you were the sixth man of Fnatic back in 2023. Still amazing to see you guys perform and contribute to get to this point, like I said before. So what I want to ask you is sort of how'd you kind of look back on the journey so far, from the team that you've been a part of in the past to now being a part of Team Liquid and now forming this unit that has the potential now to do bigger and better things from now to the end of the season, hopefully.
Okay, I will go first. It feels good to be there, of course, but it's also very challenging for me, especially as I was in Fnatic, but it doesn't bring as much experience as being in the team and playing in the team in tier 1. You can be like as a sub in the team, but it doesn't bring you the experience that you're playing on stage, you're being with your team, you're basically living with your team inside and outside of the server, and it's like complete different thing, and it's been challenging for me, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, me? Can't lie, going from Koi, dead last both stages last year. Kind of a joke in our team already. But obviously, why are you laughing already? Yeah, obviously coming to Liquid was a great transfer, I would say. We're here now at Masters, so there is not much to say really. This feels amazing. I'm on a different team on the bigger stages now, and I'm happy for the future of the team. Yeah.
Thank you. And I believe our last question. Oh, no, we have a couple more. We'll take the next one from Miguel, who's online.
Thank you. My question would be for Patty. Yesterday, someone asked you regarding the differences between Heretics and Team Liquid, and the response was a little bit of caused like a little bit of a chain reaction on Twitter. Is there any words, any clarification you'd like to make regarding this matter?
No
Thank you.
clarification.
Yeah, thank you.
Arnab?
Hi again, Patty. This time it's question for you. First of all, please don't be like this. We have seen Patatech how he plays. One game or one series doesn't showcases your talent. So please chin up. We know you will bounce back. My question for you would be, even though the team had such a slow start, such a great start, I mean, but had some domino effect and G2 rolled off you guys. But you as an initiator player always are ready to support your teammates with the flashes, stunts, whatever it is. Being in your position, how difficult it is for you to carry around your teammates or just listen to what's happening around the team and also deliver good performance?
Sometimes I would say it's really difficult to do. The role itself is kind of dirty, I would say. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, I couldn't show up the performance from the previous tournaments, but it's life. You live and you learn. We're gonna come back. We're gonna grind even more, and we're gonna show up even better games against better teams. So it's only the beginning, and everything is in front of us. So when it comes to me, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do the best, and that's it.
Thank you, man. My second question
Thank
would
you.
be for Coach Lohan. As I mentioned that you guys had a strong start on both the maps, but somehow the game shifted towards G2. What do you think was lacking in both the maps, which led to this result?
Obviously, I don't think it's no one surprised that our map pool is not the best. We'll work on it, and next time we'll show a better face, 100%.
Thank you, guys. And again, congrats and best of luck for the tournament ahead and season 8. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
We had one more question that came in online. I apologize. Alejandro, go ahead.
No more question, Phil.
I think we're having mic issues. This will conclude the press conference. Team Liquid, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
Finish. Anyone said I can grab mats for one-on-ones. Can I use the same room I used to yesterday? Okay, in that one. How about this press conference might take a while, right? I'm just thinking which space I can use. Okay, I will think of something. If you have any ideas, let me know, okay? Thank you.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Good evening. We are joined by G2, who are coming off of their match against Team Liquid. We'll begin with questions from the remote media and then move to the in-house. Brandon, would you like to ask the first question?
Yes, please. Thank you. Brandon with esports.gg here. Congratulations on the win, you guys. I'd like to send this question just to the core three, Val and Jonah, Trent. Just shy of 3 years since you guys first stepped on the international stage. And now here you are going into playoffs. There is a team representing each region. So I'd just like to ask your thoughts to kind of compare and contrast now and then, what you feel the international talent level of Valorant is and, how it compares to back then when you guys first played in a Masters.
I would say just comparing back then to now, we actually talked about it recently, and I actually asked Valen, like, in Iceland the first time we choked against Optic up 10-4 in the third map, and I was like, did you think we could like win that event? And both of us were like, absolutely no way. But now, speaking for ourselves, I feel like any event we qualify to, we're capable of bringing home the trophy, and yeah, just the difference of Valorant in general is insane. If you watch back the VODs from any international event from a couple years ago, everybody looks terrible, and now in this current meta, everyone's insane. So.
Thank you. We'll go next to Miguel.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win, guys. And my question would be for Coach Josh. We didn't get to map 3, but it was a little bit surprising that Abyss was left open since Team Liquid has an outstanding 100% win rate on this map. Would you mind to talk about this selection? What was the idea behind it? Thank you.
It's pretty simple. We just thought that our Abyss would be better than theirs, despite the win record. We just looked at like how they played it. Have a clear game plan in mind, and just felt confident to leave that in.
Thank you. We'll go next to Pedro Romero.
Yeah, hey guys, first off, congrats on the victory and moving on to playoffs. Always good to see the team bounce back from losing the day prior. So, but still, like I want to ask this question over to Valen. Brandon said it right there in the start of his question at the start of this press conference regarding the 4 teams that are remaining in this competition. One being from EMEA, one being from Americas, one being from Pacific, and one being from China. What I want to ask you about that is that now that we've been seeing how these 4 teams are performing in this competition and also in kickoff, your team included, how do you kind of weigh in on the strength level of the 4 regions, and where do you kind of look at the ranking, if you can like talk about that if you can?
I mean, it's safe to say that every team left at the tournament is potential of winning. All the regions have looked incredible. We lost to EDG previously in Swiss stage, so China's looking insane. Vitality looks like one of the best teams, and so is T1, and so are we. So it's kind of hard to give a ranking on that because we're yet to play the number 1 seeds besides EDG. But I have a lot of confidence in my team personally, because I think when we look at the others, one thing that is a differentiating factor is like our experience together and how much time we've had on the international stage together. So I think we kind of have advantage there, but it still depends on us like starting hot, winning some pistols, and just playing good Valorant. So if we can do that, I think we can be the best region in the world.
Thank you. We'll go to Alejandro Sanchez next.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations on this victory against Team Liquid and advancing to playoffs. And my question is for Valen. And now that the draw show already happened and your next match in playoffs will be against Team Vitality, what are your thoughts about facing the number 1 seed of MEA?
My thoughts, I think, they're a great team and they have a lot of star players on that team, but I have seen moments of weakness from them. And going into that match, we're definitely going to try to put that pressure on them and make them kind of fold a little bit. Because like I said, they're a new roster. They are very strong, but they have gaps and they have flaws just like everyone else. So I don't put them on a pedestal. And I'm just looking forward to playing against Dirke because last time he knocked us out of champs. So let's get some revenge, yeah?
And he got smoked at Red Bull though.
No, we didn't.
Never mind, he wasn't on the
wasn't
team.
there.
Take that back.
Thank you. We'll take the next couple questions from Arnab.
Hey guys, congrats on the win and qualifying for playoffs. My question is for Valen. I want to know when a slow start like this happens, what does Josh tells you during the timeout that makes you guys come back like this strong?
Yeah, I think the early timeouts are just to try to fix some of our little details. Like usually we're hitting the game plan properly. So it's not like, guys, we're playing the rounds wrong. It's just like the small situations. It's the micro details that are giving them the advantage in these rounds. And it's actually something I spoke to my team about like pretty recently. Like, guys, let's iron these details before the match if we need to. Let's talk about it as a team. Let's do whatever we can to go into these matches that we can just ease into it properly, because right now it seems like sometimes we're kind of off page, and it's not by a lot. I'm not trying to say we're just desynced completely, but when you are playing the highest level of Valorant, when you're competing for a championship, you need to be all one hand playing the game together. It needs to look like, all of us are controlling the same mouse and keyboard, because that's how you put pressure on teams. That's how you don't give them a chance to win against you. And I'm excited that we got exposed versus EDG. We got exposed a bit today, because playoffs, it's not happening. We're going to start hot and we're going to take over the series in playoffs.
Thank you. My second part of the question would be for, I'll say, Jojimo. We saw Team Vitality posting a good meme about you guys when you guys shared the jersey. Now it's your turn to play against them. Any words for them that you want to say?
I mean, I'm coming back for revenge as well against Durka. He beat me in Tokyo in 2023. So, I mean, I've been waiting a long time to play him again. So I'm just coming for Durka. That's it.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Pedro Romero.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this one out to Dogimo. I mean, you kind of alluded to it at the very end of your answer there regarding, the previous encounter between your team back in 2023 with EG and Fnatic over in Masters Tokyo. Sticking on to that, per se, now that you've been able to play a few matches with G2 so far this year, I want to ask you how you kind of compare this squad to the EG squad, and given that you are also like in playoffs and are in the thick of trying to get that Masters crown. So how do you kind of compare both of the squads so far from your point of view? Which one of the aspects that stood out to you, and yeah, etc.
Yeah, I would say for the 2023 roster, we were a little bit disconnected on probably like our personal lives, like hanging out with each other, like figuring out like what we like to do, stuff like that, and just going out. This team has been more like home, like it's like more like a home, like everybody loves each other here. We all know what we're doing. We all have the same idea of, and winning is like one of the biggest ideas that like we all want to achieve here. We already did it in kickoff, and I know these guys just want that next trophy, and we want to be here for next year as well for franchise. So I mean, these guys have been amazing to me, and I don't think I'll ever change or compare them to EG, because EG was just a different story.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is Rabia. Congratulations on the win today, and best of luck for the next game as well. But before that, you guys have 2 days off. So what are your plans for the next 2 days? Any places you want to visit or anything you want to try when it comes to food? My question is open to everyone, but I would like to hear everyone's thought, like if anyone can answer.
I'll go first, I guess. Like I want to go to Icon Sion. I think that's what it is. The mall. It looks amazing. I've seen pictures and stuff. I'm not gonna tell you guys what day, but it looks cool.
Tomorrow,
yeah, 5 p.m.
Yeah. 5 p.m.
I don't really know. I'm just doing whatever. I have no idea.
So nonchalant.
The aura on this guy.
Too much.
Thank you. Are there any more questions? Arnab?
Hi again. This time my question is for Josh. You have been with these players from ever since we know from the card, but each individual player has a different, I'll say, role that they possibly do on the best terms. As a coach, how do you shape these players, especially for events like this or situations like these? And what are your behind the scene works that you have set for these players to become this successful in the server?
I came in a couple years ago with this group back at the guard with a philosophy. The coaching philosophy is just making them just the best players possible to have long careers and just be leaders. And that's like my personal philosophy, just like having more agency in your life to take control of like what you can control and do make the most out of it. So with that, like it kind of shapes like what I tell the players. It's never about like shielding away from accountability. There's always more you can do. Obviously within reason, but like there's always something that you can get better at, some kind of skill within like Teo or how we play the macro game, and that's like in-game stuff, right? But also like how we approach practice mentality, match mentality. Each match is like a learning lesson. So like I always try to make sure there's a lesson to be learned at all times, because it's such a it's rare to have this kind of experience. Like we're really fortunate to have this kind of career. And I never had a pro player playing career, so it's always like guys, make sure you guys make the most of this. So yeah, that's basically my philosophy about this.
Thank you guys, and best of luck for playoffs, and enjoy your 2 days off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone. So I want to ask about coach that in the start you guys won kickoff and now you're into playoffs. The win was long due, and obviously you guys are playing great. But I want to ask you, like, your goal of winning kickoff completed, checked. Now you're into masters. Hopefully you guys go far into that as well. But if we talk about the whole season, what goals did you have for this year as a team and even as a coach? How do you see the upcoming events as well?
With how often this game changes, it's really hard to predict and try to make these goals. But obviously, it's like making every player better, and it's really easy in the sense that Riot always gives us new challenges, and so my days are always busy. The players are always busy. Next week, we got our matches to prepare, and then after this event, we have to prepare for stage 1. It's probably new agents coming, new map pool. Like there's always something more to do. And so honestly, just if you use maybe like a month out, it's really hard to plan for champs, but obviously the main goal is to go for champs. But I think it just helps to have this like nearsighted view of what to do. Like every day we have something to work on, and it makes life easier that way.
Yeah, definitely. Just a short follow-up to this. Today we saw that you guys got a look at the upcoming agent as well. Obviously, we don't want any leaks. We obviously respect the embargoes as well. But if I can ask, if you can share, is it like a balanced agent, or will it be like same as, for example, Tejo, or like someone who can change the meta completely?
I haven't seen the new agent
Oh,
yet.
did you guys?
Yeah, wait,
Oh,
what?
okay.
We
Okay.
didn't see the leaks.
Okay, cool.
Nope.
We've been just locked in, just getting ready for this match. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't know if there was anything out there.
Have you seen it?
I can't say.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much, and good luck for the next game.
Thank you.
Hey, I had one question for the coach. Have you guys done any calculations on champions points, and like, at what point do you guys qualify? Is that like an internal benchmark?
I
Just
want
get the
20
most.
points.
Yep, there you go. Just get 20 points.
Get all the points.
So 20 points is it by your calculations, the threshold?
I have no idea
No, I
what the
just want 20.
distribution is, but I mean, like we saw last year how tight the race was. So like we can't just, you know, take a break, right? We'll try to get as many possible.
Cool. Thank you. I believe that is the last question. And thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.